You're listening to Andy Churnwell, Emblem. I am livid. I am seething. With all due respect, you are wrong. I know it, you know it. Obviously, on Brexit now. You can't even say Bombay-mix now. You have to say Bombay-mix. Health and safety gone now. I'm going to hit the roof. A Scottish woman. I have had it up to here. Churnwell, Emblem, Digital. Get off my phone. Hello, I'm Andy Churnwell. You're listening to the Andy Churnwell Show on Emblem Digital. Make your mark with a memorable music mix. What a show we've got for you today. Fancy a chat? Why not give us a call on 01632960310 or text us on 434-555. Quick look at today's papers. In the Telegraph, some very unfortunate news. MP Francois's Dam Buster Swimathon belly flops. This is about Moist for Francois, a charity fundraiser at Swindon Oasis to raise money for Brexit. Unfortunately, it has been cancelled owing to eczema, which Francois calls a merciless affliction and no laughing matter. In the Mirror, my testing time with tit-obsessed Toby. That's a story about controversialist Toby Young, who allegedly has been trying to seduce women by telling them that the Newton Abbot branch of chain restaurant Toby Carvery is his own Michelin star restaurant. An anonymous source has alleged that Young also told the women that the 1970s TV drama Roots is heavily based on his life, and that his grandfather is the creator of the Toby Jug. Now, before we go to the phones, let me just say this. This is now officially a no Scots zone. I have been pushed to my limits recently by the Scotch people who support a loony left pro-tartan agenda. These people are lunatics. I read in The Spectator the other week that some of the idiots are after a Scottish king. Disgraceful. Now, during the last show, a genealogist, a real charlatan, tried to tell me that I, a Surrey man, born and bred, have Scotch heritage. Well, I don't believe it, and I will not tolerate Scotch people ringing into this programme. I'm sorry if that's not politically correct. This is now a no Scot zone for at least a few weeks. Okay, let's get to the phones. I understand Tim from Bristol is on the line. Tim, how are you?
Yeah, I'm alright, Andy. I was just calling in because I follow you on Twitter. You know, sometimes difficult following you on Twitter, to be honest, because you tweet so much. I just wondered what you're talking about at the moment. I must have about 80 tweets in my feed, all of them from you, talking about this thing about this guy called Peter J. Morgan, something about like the Welland Hatfield constituency, and Shapps. Everything's Shapps is the chap. Shapps is the chap. He's the guy to get it done. Good head on his shoulder. What is that? I just wondered what the issue was and why you feel the need to tweet about it 80 times a day.
Look, Peter was praising Grant for raising an issue within his council.
I mean, who's Peter? That's what I want to know.
Peter J. Morgan, he's an acquaintance of mine on Twitter. I would say friend, but he's recently blocked me. I'm not quite sure why that is, but me and Peter were we were singing Grant's praises because Grant was raising Peter Morgan's issue within his constituency and trying to solve his problems. It was a problem regarding licensing. Not sure I can go into too much more detail there.
Just alcohol or something, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
I don't know if he's pro. That's the problem. I don't know if he's pro-alcohol or anti. And
it's a bit difficult to get the detail with Peter. I mean, you can see his profile picture's a bag. And I'm sure Peter's not a bag. If you're listening to this, Peter, well, I'm sure we'd like to see your face. We know you're not a bag.
He's an idiot.
Oi! How dare you? Look, me and Peter may have had a little bit of a disagreement regarding the issue.
Unhinged is what I'd say. He seems mentally ill.
That's Tim. You can stop.
And he's got guns.
Tim, I believe that's for clay pigeon shooting and nothing else at all. And that's what the bags are made for, from what I understand. If that's correct, feel free to correct me if I'm wrong on Twitter, Peter.
He's got you, so that won't be happening, will it?
Well, we'll see. We'll definitely show him this recording. Let him know that we did raise the issue on the radio, so it wasn't a false radio program, Peter, and you were incorrect to say that, so...
And he was saying you only 75 followers, wasn't it, he said?
Well, Peter, I'm sure when he's calmed down and realised what a stupid thing to say that was, that he'll once he's apologised, we can get back to talking about how Grant Shapps can help the community. Because Shapps...
That's what I was going to say, actually, is that I don't know why you're so fussed on this Shapps chap.
Shapps is the chap. He's got a good head on his shoulders and a track record that speaks for itself. He's a breath of fresh air. I inhale, and there it is. Shapps.
Well, I don't even know what that means, frankly, but from what I can tell, I'm not that clued up on it, but didn't he pretend to be someone else? Said he was Michael Green or something?
Who's the Tory who won't cop out? When's this Brexit all about? Shapps. You're damn right. He's a complicated man, but no one understands him but his woman. Behind the Shapps. He's just a Shapps machine, and he won't work for nobody but you. He's just a Shapps machine, a transport system fixing fiend. Tim, did you hear that? Oh, he's hung up. Well, that's one way to make an idiot of yourselves.
I've not hung up, I'm still on the line, I'm just confused.
Oh, well, you're gone now. There we are. Go away, Tim. If you want to have anything negative to say about Grant Shapps or my good friend Peter J. Morgan, then I'm going to cut you off. You're off, Tim. Have a good day. Right. Oh. Tim, you're now on my enemies list. That's right. I've got an enemies list. It's a list I keep to remind me who I hate. Names such as Nick Knowles, Paul Hollywood, Steve the plumber, my ex-wife's new partner, who looks like Paul Hollywood, Carol Cadwald, I can't even pronounce her name, Scottish people, John Bon Jovi, Professor Brian Cox, Enya, and Tim, my neighbour who is a smug, staunch Ramona. Now it's time for a little bit of music. This is the much improved theme tune to the programme Poldark by Residual Heat. The original theme tune was awful. This one is much better.
Oh fuck yeah. 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 I shrunk with a sweet, sweet heart, a badass man, his name is Poldark. Oh yeah. Sex machine, aristocracy, a rebel of the 18th century. Woman. He's a man who gets his girl, takes a red-headed woman to rock his world. Holds a mine in the Cornish hills where he labors hard and gets his thrill. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Those pies, she's something that good. He's got a lot of money, but he still chops wood. Like a good man should. Like a good man should chop wood. Oh fuck yeah. 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 Hold on. dominate good. He's got a lot of money, but he still chops wood. Like a good man should, like a good man should chop wood. He's gonna love you, woman.
Okay, next up on the show, we've got Ed O'Brien from Radiohead. Good morning, Ed.
Good morning, Andy. It's great to be on the show.
Excellent. How are you doing today?
I'm fine, thank you.
Oh, 1 second, Ed. Actually, I forgot to mention in just before the music break, I sent my ex-wife pictures of a Sphinx cat close up, and I thought she'd like it. I thought I was being friendly, but she took it the wrong way. She said to me, Andy, I don't want to see your close-up of your scrotum. I said, no! It's a Sphinx cat. Close up, it's funny. It makes all the guys laugh. But Peter Morgan would appreciate that. I don't understand what the issue is. Sorry, Ed. Would you find that funny, Ed?
Yeah, no, Andy, I think that we'd have a good laugh on the tour bus about that. Somebody.
Oh, your Radiohead bandmates.
Yeah, with the other members, Johnny, Tom, Phil, Colin. Those are the members of the band.
Excellent. You see, Ed, I hate Radiohead.
Oh, I'm really sorry to hear about that. Have you listened to a lot of the music, or?
Yeah, I listened to that song Full of Surprises years ago. Hated it.
Full of surprises?
Absolutely hated it. What did you even do in the band, Ed?
Well, I play guitar. There's three guitarists in the band.
That's insane. 3 guitarists.
Yep. I mean, more recently on the more recent albums, we do more like electronic stuff. So maybe Tom will be playing on the guitar, and maybe Johnny is, and maybe I'll just be doing some synthesizer, or sometimes I just hold this note.
Well, even the Eagles didn't have 3 guitarists. Fleetwood Mac didn't have 3 guitarists.
I mean, that's a fair point. I suppose it is a little bit unusual. But I think when we founded the band, we didn't intend to have 3 guitarists, and it kind of worked out that way.
Okay, well, I don't understand how any band needs 3 guitarists, but whatever you say, Ed. What do you actually do in the band?
Well, as I said, I play guitar. Sometimes I'll just hold a note on the guitar throughout a song.
Well, yeah, you said you play guitar, but I don't really understand how you can all be playing at the same time as a thing, though. So when you say you hold a note, what else do you do in the day?
That, just throughout the song like a drone. I'll use the E-bow and just throughout the song, and then maybe Tom will play some chords over that, or Johnny will do something else. He might play piano, something like that. And I mean, sometimes the guys need some coffee. Oh, God. All right, lads, do you want to just popping off for some coffee? And I'll come back with latte. Tom likes a latte, vegan latte.
Vegan latte.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I know.
You wouldn't have got a vegan latte at a school, because you're a good Surrey man, aren't you? Was it Surrey? And you went to a good school?
Oxfordshire.
Oxfordshire, yeah. You went to a good school, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. It was a public school.
Yeah, well, see, it makes a difference. Mums and dads listening, it makes a difference. No, we wouldn't have had vegan lattes, would we?
Andy, I was just curious. Your producer was very eager to get me on the show. She said she was a big fan. So you've heard a lot of the music as well, or? No.
Rachel is a fan, the producer.
No, right.
I wouldn't listen to Radiohead. I don't really like any music. I don't. This modern stuff. It's just a bit. Ooh, look at us. You know what I mean, Ed?
Yeah, I do really. I mean, when we started Radiohead, I envisioned them. I kind of wanted the band to go in a slightly different direction to what it's gone in. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love the guys hanging out with the guys, getting coffee for the guys, playing the note throughout the songs. I enjoy that. That's fun. But I mean, chunky riffs is really my the thing I'm into.
God, you know what, Ed? You should. My friend John, right? He's got a pacemaker, and he's really into AC/DC. So he's formed a tribute band.
Love
He's also
AC/DC.
he's a big meat eater as well. So he's called it. Get this right. He's called it Pacey Meaty, and they're AC/DC tribute band. You should meet up with John. Play some guitar.
You know what? That sounds quite like good fun actually. Like a jam. AC/DC, love AC/DC.
Yeah, Lynyrd Skynyrd.
I love Skynyrd.
Yeah, I mean, this is the kind of the good music. This modern stuff. Rachel's on about creep. What's creep? I mean, Tim from Kingswood, he's a creep. I don't want to listen to creeps on the radio. What's that about?
I mean, I completely agree with you, Andy. There, I was listening to that Tim from Bristol. He's not a Shapps fan. Shapps is the chap, Andy.
Oh, well, that's fantastic to hear. You're almost definitely not on my enemies list. You're on the friends list. Shapps is a chap to make happen. Do you think Shapps is a Radiohead fan?
I'd hope he was. He's cool. He's got the X factor, I suppose you could say.
I know what he is a fan of. Mugs. Did you see how many mugs he had on that picture?
Like his mugs.
Oh, Grant, he likes his mugs.
He certainly does. As we do in Radiohead, I mean, there's a lot of mugs.
Oh, yeah. Well, I bet there is, but not the cups we're talking about currently, is there? Your bandmates, I'd probably call them mugs, Ed.
Well, I won't pass that on to the guys, I'll have to say.
Yeah. We won't tell Rachel either. Rachel, I hate your music. Oh. Well, listen, it's been great talking to you, Ed. Have you got anything else you want to add into the show?
No, that's it. Just it's really, I'm a huge fan of the show, Andy. I listen all the time on the tour bus. Tom's just like, get that idiot off. And he's like, I want to put on some avant-garde, Aphex Twin. And I'm just like, no, it's either chunky riffs or it's the Andy Churnwell show on Emblem Digital.
Yeah. Give me some good 70s semi-hard rock, and I'm happy.
Too right, Andy. I couldn't agree more. Lovely speaking to you.
Great. Thanks so much, Ed. We'll talk to you soon.
Millwall, a modern team with a modern attitude. Come and have Prosecco at the Den. Enjoy the Nail Bar and Leisure Zone, where fans can watch Strictly Come Dancing and eat something called a crudité platter. Millwall. South London luxury for you.
Right, next up on the line we've got Jesse Tudgebunker, who Rachel tells me is a millennial director of art house films. Latest films he's directed include Rad 1986 and what we're going to be talking about, T-Shirt. So, Jesse, how are you today?
I'm doing fine, Andy. How are you?
Yeah, very good, thanks, very good. Tell us about your latest film, T-Shirt.
My latest film, T-Shirt, is a personal project that has been on my mind for some time. In fact, since I was a child. It tackles preconceived notions of the human soul, and it's set to music by the band Mumford & Sons. It is a interesting project that stars Shia LaBeouf, who is one of my favorite actors right now. And it really is a story of the ages.
Right, well...
Have you seen the film?
No. I don't think I'm going to either. I watched a great film the other day. Time of Their Lives, it was called. Joan Collins. It was about two baby boomers on a journey of wishful fulfillment. I laughed. I cried. Why don't you make a film like that?
I haven't seen that film, and I do not intend to. My work deals with young people predominantly, but it's really, these are stories of life. These are stories of life that evolve and really are counter-cultural, is the word I would use. I would like, if my audience wish to laugh, they will laugh. If they wish to cry, they will cry.
I've got no idea what you're saying, but I watched another great film the other day. Nice Marigold Hotel or something. Maggie Smith. It's about two baby boomers on a journey of wishful fulfillment. I laughed and I cried. Why don't you make a film like that?
I have seen the poster for that film.
Yep.
It is not something I wish to make a film about. I would call that middle brow.
Well, I don't even know what that means.
It's slightly higher than lowbrow.
You're slightly higher than lowbrow.
I agree. I am highbrow.
Well, that's speaking very highly of yourself. Have you seen Las Vegas, Jesse? Morgan Freeman, Robert De Niro, Michael Douglas. It's their last trip to Vegas. Their last Vegas, if you will.
Hopefully it's their last film.
Or how about Dirty Grandpa? De Niro living it up, living life to the full. It's fun. I laughed and I cried.
Dirty Grandpa is not my idea of art. I do not laugh. I do not cry at Dirty Grandpa.
Well, you know what, Jesse? Your films just sound pretentious to me.
Andy, I have to say, I think I'm not familiar with your work. I'm not familiar with your radio show. I resent having to come onto the show, and I think from what you told me that you're a fan of Dirty Grandpa. You are a cultural Philistine.
Well, look, I didn't want you on the show. Rachel wanted you on. But I am not a cultural pillar, whatever you just said. Look, I've recently remortgaged my house to put out a 500-disc DVD of the Australian soap Neighbours, with DVD commentary from myself. I'll tell you what, the best episode, listeners, is Boyd versus Satan, which ends with Boyd Hoyland in a tree getting buns thrown at him. It's fantastic. Have you seen Neighbours, Jesse?
I have not seen Neighbours.
People don't want to watch a man not saying anything in a room lit with blue and red lights either side of his face. You know, we want to see entertainment. I want to laugh. I'm not laughing at your silly films of Ryan Gosling.
Shia LaBeouf.
Shia LaBeouf? What's he doing?
He is the main actor in my film, Shia LaBeouf.
Okay. Well, my son sent me a video on Facebook of him telling me to do it, and I didn't know how to react to it. He appeared to be shouting at me. Well, how am I supposed to react to that?
Andy, I find your taste passé.
Well, you can passé some of this, because when Brexit happens, we're not going to be in a country where your art house films...
I'm from America, so...
Well, these art house films are gone. When Brexit happens, they're gone. And people like you can just get out and stay out. This is going to be a part of history. Your rubbish art housey films. You're going on my enemies list. You're on there, along with Tim from Bristol. That's you gone. Let's cut him off, Rachel. Rachel, what? Who the hell was that? I liked Ed from earlier, from Redhead. He was a good man, a good, well-schooled, well-educated man who was into some good semi-soft rock. And then you've got this guy on, this art house director man, who's just... He was terrible. His taste in films was awful. I'm not watching a man standing there next to a car who's not even saying any words. So, give me some De Niro in Vegas any day of the week. Right, now time for some music. Next up, we've got some good British rock from Chode. It's Tuck Shop. And then when we're back, we've got someone less pretentious. We've got Rachel? We've got Sean Bean coming up after the music. That'll be fun, won't it? Next up on the line, we've got Sean Bean. Good morning, Sean.
All right, Andy, how you doing?
Yeah, very...
Bastard.
Very... God,
I've got to do it.
Yeah, apparently you have, because you've recently started up your own limited company specialising in characters that you played in films going on parties with stag do's.
Yeah, I have. You can hire me. Well, it's called Party with Sharp. You can hire me as Sharp to come out on a night out with you. You know, go Tiger in Leeds. You know, Prism. That's another one I've been to with the lads. And you know, I'm just in character the whole night. You know, I'm Bastard. If you know, I also do with Johnny Thrones from Game of Thrones.
Yeah, I noticed that. Sean, Johnny Thrones, do you realise that's not the name of your character within the show?
Is it not? Is that was he's in Lord of the Rings?
No, I was looking at this the other day. My son Roger, he's seen this. I haven't seen it, of course. He said your character's apparently called Eddard Stark.
No, I've not heard of that. You can party with Johnny Thrones, or whatever he's called. Don't know. But, you know, I wear the gear, get the gear on, and, you know, we hit the town. You know, sometimes I pull, sometimes I don't. But, we hit the clubs.
Yeah, there's a few reviews of your company up online already. You've only got 2 stars out of 5 on Trustpilot. I mean, the first one, admittedly, is 5 stars. It says, Ledge. Its subject title says, Sean was a leg end all night. He threw up on a bouncer, lol. And the next one says it's only given you 1 star. It said you met up with another stag party who started making fun of you, saying your career had gone to pot, and you apparently punched this man in the gut.
I did. It was a bell end.
Yeah,
it's a polite way of saying that what he was, bell end. And I told him that, and I said, "Do you want to come here and say that to Johnny Thrones?" And well, he did, and I smacked him one.
Yeah, you didn't come off too well in that fight, though, I hear.
I mean, there were a load of them. You know, it was just me. I looked behind and I said, "Where are my lads?" And they had left. You know, so that
your stag party friends didn't stand up for you.
He's a bastard, that guy, and he's giving me a negative review now.
So not only did they not stand up for you, they gave you a 1 out of 5 on Trustpilot.
Yeah, disgraceful. I'll be tracking them down. Oh, I won't be tracking them down, obviously, but
did you get paid?
I should. For that one, yeah, cash in hand job. Because I'm on the dole, you see.
Yeah, Sean, you're on the live radio. It's not a great idea to declare your limited company as accepting cash in hand tax jobs.
That's fair enough, yeah. No, I'm not on the dole. But I have been doing a project at the moment. You know Ken Loach?
So you're not receiving dole money?
I'm not, no, let's make that clear, I'm not.
So that was a complete U-turn from what you said 20 seconds ago.
Yeah.
You're not on the dole, as well as doing cash-in-hand jobs.
If I had a lawyer, I'd say speak to my lawyer. But I didn't do that. I did the opposite of that. But it has actually, because I've been doing some acting at the moment. So,
oh, good. Okay.
You know Ken Loach?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not working with him. He's not.
I'm joking, Sean. I have no idea who Ken Loach is.
Right, oh, okay. Well, he does these like films are miserable, really, you know. But you know, they've got.
Rachel will send me a post-it saying British kitchen sink. What's a kitchen sink?
Yeah, it's it's just they're like miserable films about people in the north generally, and basically he's not interested in working with me. I've approached him. Which is fine. I've been in Game of Thrones. I can do it myself. So I'm filming something on my phone at the moment, and it's got that social realist feel to it. Yeah, and it's a bit like his I Daniel Blake film, but it's called I Sean Bean, and it's me on the dole.
Okay.
Inspired by real events, and do you want to hear a bit? I've got a little bit of a line from it.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
Is it?
So I'm in the office. I've gone in to sign on, and the last thing is just like, sorry, Mr. Bean, you've been doing all this acting work on the side. You can't give you declared to say that you're not working. It's a lie, isn't it? And we can't give you the dole money. And I was like, just give me the bloody gyro, love. And she's like, no, I can't because you've lied. And so this is it, right? I'm just like, you see that lad out there, and we've got my son out there. You see that lad out there? Do you want to go out and tell him he's not getting his dipper for his tea tonight? Do you want to go and do that? And it's heartbreaking, It's gonna reduce. It's gonna be one of those, European Film Awards, I think.
Oh, I see. Okay, and it's got no similarities to any current Ken Loach films.
Well, it is. It's inspired by that other one, but it's not. It's Sean Bean. It's about It's about me, basically.
Oh, is that how your childhood was, Sean?
No, that's me now, basically. Just I'm not on the dole. I would just say that for legal reasons.
Okay. What did you do with all your Game of Thrones money then? Must have been a good old whack for that. Season 1.
That in Jim Bond. It's like James Bond, but he's a northerner.
Oh, I see, and it's
invested in that.
Okay.
On my pie business, I'd run my Sean Bean's pies. That's gone to the shit.
Sean, Rachel, just a little word there about your swearing as per usual.
I mean, I've said bastard several times.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That's all right, is it, bastard?
No, not in the context you're using it.
Okay.
In the dictionary definition term, you can say it.
All the English, that's fine, is it?
No, as in my sister's son is a bastard.
Right.
Because he's technically a bastard. You also see here getting sued by Beanie Babies for your
I mean, this is where my money troubles stem from, really. You know.
Yeah, well, it sounds like you would get into trouble for doing that. So you've got plastic babies that dispense beans.
You know, I was down. You know, I was in like Wilkinson's, and there were loads of, you know, these little babies, and I just went, you know what, that'll be great, right? It's all the head. It's like squeezy head. So I thought, well, this makes a great bean dispenser, and that could be a new product, Beanie Babies. And what you do, you just squeeze the head, and all the beans come out. And I thought that would be great. People would like that.
And they come out the bottom, presumably.
They come out the mouth. It's just the baby's head, Beanie Babies. You squeeze the head, and the beans come out the mouth. And I thought that's much better than a can. Do you know what I mean? Because you can direct where the beans are going.
So, Sean, it's like the baby is sicking up beans.
Yeah, I suppose so. I not thought about it like that, though.
You didn't think about that when you produced the toy?
No, I didn't really. But anyway, I just got this letter through the post, and it said, "Mr. Bean, stop doing this. This is you know, infringing on our copyright." And it was from this company, Beanie Babies, and I thought, oh, thieving bastards. It's my idea. They've just nicked it, you know.
Sean,
it turns out it's something different.
I would approach it with caution. They're quite a large corporation. They've probably got a significant legal team. Who's your legal team?
It's just me, innit?
Just
me, yeah. Right. Can't afford a fancy lawyer. I live in Sheffield. You kidding me? I'm just trying to make ends meet. That's why I did these Yorkshire tea adverts as well.
Oh yeah, we've seen those. Those have been subject to a little bit of ridicule online, Sean. I don't know if you're aware of that.
Yeah, people love them. They're coming up to me on the SAG do's. They said, "Can you be the character from the Yorkshire tea adverts?" And I was like, "That's me. It's not a character. I'm not playing a character. That's how I feel about Yorkshire tea."
One Twitter user said, "What the hell has happened to Sean's career?"
I mean, granted, I'm living in a bedsit at the moment, but you know, it's just the bastards keep coming at me, you know, with these legal things.
Well, yeah, but we hear there's a little bit of hope for you. You've been offered to play the part of Mark Francois in Full Metal Francois.
Nah.
A story of his life, but you rejected it because you believe he's a southern pansy.
He is. He's a southern pansy. You know, and I'm not up for the Brexit. You know that. I didn't know what it was last time you asked me about it, but I've looked into it, and I don't know, not into that. You know.
Well, that's very sad to hear. You know, Brexit's going to be a land of opportunity, Sean. You know, the tide is really going to open up for us once we leave the European Union.
No, I didn't like that Francois chap. He was ringing me up. He's doing that silly voice.
He's a patriot. He is a war hero.
I mean, he's a portly little chap, isn't he?
How dare you?
Handle his beer either.
How dare you? He is a man who represents the common man. The man who's struggling to get their foot on the ground these days. People like me.
I mean, if you met me, struggling to get your foot, you know, that's my career. You know what I mean? I'm just trying to make ends meet.
Well,
doing all these ventures, you know, it's just to put food on the table, beans on the table.
Right, Sean. Well, I don't know what else to say. Have you had any drinks this morning?
Of course I have. I always ringing while I'm having a drink. But it's Yorkshire tea. That's the catch there.
Have you put any gin in your Yorkshire tea?
No, I put John Smith's in. I'd like to top it up with a bit of John Smith's.
John Smith's is
northern
foamy.
style, that is. Yeah.
Sean.
It's northern style. You know, they drink it with milk down south. What's that all about? Do you know what I mean?
You have Yorkshire tea with John Smith's beer.
Yeah, that's what I'm drinking on the advert.
Sean!
I like a head on my drink. Do you know what I mean? I like at least an inch of head.
Oh, Sean.
I know you wouldn't understand, Andy, because I like you. You're a good chap, right? But you are a southern bastard. Let's face it, yeah?
Sean, you've sworn about 12 times so far. Rachel's fuming.
Do you not have the you know, should have your finger on the button when I ring in?
We can't afford that at Emblem Digital. Our sponsorship money has been severely reduced. due to advertising revenues not being what they once were, and we can't afford a swear person.
I've just got to say as well, you know, you've put a ban on the Scottish people ringing in.
Oh yeah.
You know what? I don't like that. Next it'll be Northerners, like that thing. You know, first they come for the Scottish, but nobody says anything, and then they come for the Northerners, and it's too late.
Well, if you're anything to go by, Sean, it might well be next on my list.
You know what, Andy? I know you're joking. You like a bit of banter. You like a bit of banter, don't you?
Yeah, I'm quite the...
You can hack it. It's all right. I know you. You're just having a joke with me.
Yeah.
I'll send you anyway in the post. I gotta go now, but I'll send you one of those beanie babies, yeah?
Okay.
I know you like your beans.
That's fine. Thanks so much for calling
Big
in again,
breakfast
Sean.
with your beans.
Thank
All
you
right,
so much,
gotta go.
Sean.
See ya.
But, Rachel, you've got to stop Sean calling into the show. It's almost every week now. Okay, next up on the line, we've got Emblem digital investor, Braincase Rob of Braincase Films. Rob, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great, Andy. I'm innovating, and you know, you've got to speculate to accumulate, and I'm accumulating tenfold. FTSE 100, FTSE 200, FTSE 3000. My stocks, my assets are insane at the moment. It's all going brilliantly, basically.
Reports say otherwise. You're being investigated by Scotland Yard. Your business partner, Jason, has fled the country. You were found trying to hang yourself with a belt and torch the offices from which you were working. You're having to stand trial at some point. How are you being so positive after all this?
Let's just say, okay, the torching thing is a misunderstanding. That was Padre, my barista slash assistant. He was actually the one found guilty of that. I'm actually totally... I was actually riding my solo wheel at the time, and Padre can actually confirm that.
So Padre vouched for you,
yeah,
and claimed and pleaded guilty as well.
Padre's probably going to do some time. I was on my solo wheel at the time.
Is Padre all right with that, doing a prison sentence under your management?
He did the crime. He's got to do the time. Sorry, Padre. I was at the time. I was on my solo wheel, cutting through some traffic in central London.
Okay.
So I like it. I like a rush.
Okay, so you're telling Emblem Digital today that you had absolutely no idea about the offices being torched. It was entirely your barista Padre.
No, I mean legally, my lawyer's here. He's saying don't say anything. But we'll move on, I think.
Okay, well, it's just Padre. I know you always talked about him being a very loyal
guy. Yeah. He makes a great Funty blend espresso.
Okay, sure. So why would he be wanting to torch the offices? Unless he was under instruction to by yourself.
Apparently, I've got to say no comment to this one. Sorry, Andy.
Okay, sure, that's fine. You're a big investor in the program, so yeah. We'll move on.
Remember that, yeah.
Yeah, we'll do. Rachel's very keen to have you keep investing in our wonderful programming, so
can only do that if I'm not in prison. Remember that, you know.
Okay, excellent. Yeah. Sure. Yeah, well, I want to keep my 7-bedroom house in Surrey, so gonna need Emblem Digital money for that. Next up, tell us about Jason leaving the country.
Well, I mean, I don't really know anything about that.
He's your business partner.
Yeah, and you know, we've always been like that. We've had that kind of relationship where, you know, sometimes we just go on a, you know, coffee pilgrimage, and he's just like, you've not told me, man. And it's like, no, it's cool. You know, we're just coming up with, we're innovating, coming up. He's probably gone on a coffee pilgrimage.
He didn't tell you he was going?
No, he just he he fled, I suppose. I don't know why.
And you use the term fled, I noticed, not left.
I meant left. He definitely didn't flee the situation, which is great, as I say. Our assets have are beyond reproach.
Okay, and does this have anything to do with the recent discovery of Braincase Analytica that was is currently under investigation, suspected of stealing people's data?
I mean, it's not suspected, and it's not stealing. It's we basically are running a data operation. It's a data operation. It's not called stealing or anything. Where we just basically harvest people's data, and it's great. You know, we're getting access to lots of people's data, and by 2020, this is our promise. We want a toilet cam installed in every home in the country.
Well, listen, you told me my toilet cam was a closed-circuit television to protect me and my family, but I went up to it the other day, and I was going to just put my hand on it and turn off that horrible red button, which is lit up all the time above a little bit of glass. And I went to go and do it, and it said, keep away from the camera. And I didn't really know how to react to that. Well, what's that about, Rob?
I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't touch it, though. Let's get that straight. Don't touch it. A lot of electricity is running through that thing.
Well, I hope no one's seen the data, because obviously it's the toilet. My manhood is on display. So if anyone's seen that, they'll have seen my very sensitive condition to my gonads.
I mean, it's just for our own private servers. Having said that, we do control everything that is on the servers, so we can basically do what we like with that footage. Don't worry though, Andy, we're not going to do anything with your footage.
Well,
it's just for our own private use.
I certainly hope not, because you know, Braincase Analytica, the Home Office is saying it suspects it of selling data to polling, investment, and political arms of corporations. What does that even mean, Rob?
I mean, it probably means that we're involved with Berlusconi. You know, Berlusconi's a good guy. We worked on the Berlusconi campaign. Few people actually around the world. Some people, you know, they're getting a really unfair rap at the moment, you know. And we're just saying, we're stepping in, we're saying, it's all right. Let us deal with this.
Okay, okay.
It's a PR thing, basically.
Well,
no need to worry about where your toilet cam footage is going. It's going to good use.
That's good. Maybe I can install one in my ex-wife's house and see what my son Roger. I think he might have been smoking bifters, and I'm worried about that.
Let's face it, Andy, there's another reason why you want a toilet cam installed in your ex-wife's house.
That is not... How dare you,
it's all right,
Rob? I'm adding you to my enemies list. That is foul to say something like that. I'm adding you right now.
She's doing fine. She's you know, she's got a man who loves her now, and she's moved on, Andy. It's great.
We can settle your night now, because I've just put you on.
Anyway, you know, Andy, I don't know why you're saying this, because you're clearly living it up at the moment. You've been hanging out in West London, going to the clubs. I know, because we invited you to Fiume. It's the London's hottest new dining experience, and you've been having a great time, you know. I thought
what was those peas you made me eat?
So we invited Andy over to the Fiume, London's hottest new dining experience, and I said, what you need is to have some pea foam. Pea foam is our speciality. We've got Greg Wallace in the kitchen. He's cooking up some great stuff.
I thought that pea foam tasted like vomit. I hated it.
I mean, a lot of people love the pea foam.
Well, I saw Jay Rayner. He was lapping it up next to me.
Yeah,
Jay Rayner was there, and he was like a dog with his... He put the bowl to his mouth with two hands. He lifted the bowl up off the table, tilted it, and started slurping it.
Yeah.
Literally slurping at the piece.
It's Jay Rayner approved, and that's all we can ask for, really, you know.
Well, there was a chicken bone, and even that went in his gullet.
I think it's going to be a Michelin star restaurant soon.
You just put on a little accent there, Rob.
Yeah, that's the way you say it. Michelin star. That's how you say it. Ask Jay. You know, I was chatting to him. He's very keen for us to go Michelin star.
Yeah, he was just telling me about he'd just been in Florence writing his latest novel.
Yeah.
Overlooking the sea.
He's a genius, what can I say? And that's why I don't doubt his ability to rate the food, you know?
Yeah, well, he didn't like the wine. He had one taste of the wine. Not only did he get it sent back, he spat in the glass and then threw the glass at the waiter. And when the waiter said, "What did you do that for?" he said, "I wouldn't feed my cat that red wine." Who feeds a cat red wine?
Jay Rayner. That's kind of his thing.
I can imagine him sitting at home all day with his cats drinking cheap red wine.
I mean, we don't really... I mean, wine, we like wine, yeah. I'm a big wine fan.
Mm.
Red, white, Chardonnay. I know all the wines, but really gin is my thing. We've got 1,000 varieties of gin at Fiume. And
really? I thought craft beer was your thing. With the opening...
we do craft beer as well.
Yeah, because you've got that small place in Hackney, don't you? In Hackney Central, the Golden Pot, which is a craft beer emporium, you call it.
Yeah, craft beer emporium. You can get UKIP as our main ale there. You can have it's an IPA.
A UKIP?
Yeah, you can get a pint of UKIP. It's like ironic, you know, because people come in and they're just like, "Give me a pint of UKIP," and we're like, "Coming up, man." And it doesn't come in a pint, actually. I've made a very foolish mistake there. 3/4 pint. That's how they drink it in America. That's why we drink it here.
That's £7.25.
Yeah. I mean, that's a fair price for something that is sweet, sweet nectar.
Well, you're not going to make Tim Weatherspoon happy about that, are you?
Well, you know what? He is a big eye. He's somebody I look up to in the business. He's very talented.
Oh, definitely. He would sell his children.
Great CEO.
He would sell his kids to get a piece of that pie. He's a great CEO.
He is.
Doesn't let anything stop him.
One thing I disagree with him, the Weatherspoon, so no vape. You're not allowed to vape inside. In Fiume, come to Fiume, you can vape in the gin loft. And, you know, there's a lot of cool... I mean, you weren't too fond of them, were you, Andy? You said, who are these stupid millennials?
I couldn't stand any of them. The guy next to me said he was a digital innovation artist.
Yeah.
What the hell is a digital innovation artist?
I mean, really, you could have responded when he said, "Cool vape, bro." You know, you didn't say anything, Andy. I think you offended him. I'm sorry to say.
He had a strawberry-flavoured vape he called a Strave, and I did not want to hear anything more out of his mouth. After that, there was...
But you had a good night, right, Andy? You went off. You went off with that group, didn't you? The Boodles, the members club.
Me and some of the older gentlemen, we went out of there and we We had a cigar and a little bit of whiskey at Boodles. Well, listen, me and Dom, D-Dog, D-Law, whatever you want to call him.
Off the chain.
Oh, he can sip a whiskey like a dog sips water. He loves it. Me and the D-Dog, we're just down for that, you know? And if we can get away from your Ponzi restaurant, then that's all the best for all of us.
Listen, I gotta go now, but I just want to say, anytime you fancy a bowl full of pea foam, pop over to Fiume. We'll hook you up, yeah?
Okay, well, next up, Rob, we've actually got your new single on the line, Fiume. Care to introduce it for us? Is he alive?
Well, it's basically an advert for the... adverts as art. That's the future, basically. You know, adverts these days are art, and this is what this is. It's an advert for Fiume. It plays constantly while you're in Fiume. Why don't you pop down, check it out. It's cool.
Fiume, London's new dining experience. 5 out of 5 for Guardian, J. Rayner. Robust flavours, Aperol Spritz, Prosecco, Saint-Germain Spritz. We have a selection of gins. Check out the gin loft. Can I interest you in an after-lunch espresso? It's fun to blend. Raspberry flavoured gin. G&T Spritz. Limoncello Spritz. Amaro Spritz. Chartreuse Spritz. We've got a great hygiene rating. It's the best. Luxury leather interior. Exclusive. Michelin star. J. Rayner approved. Mirror tile ceiling. Fiume, London's new dining experience. 5 out of 5 for Guardian, J. Rayner. Robust flavours, Aperol Spritz, Prosecco, Saint-Germain Spritz. We have a selection of gins. Check out the gin loft. Can I interest you in an after-lunch espresso? It's fun to blend. Raspberry flavoured gin. G&T Spritz. Limoncello Spritz. Amaro Spritz. Chartreuse Spritz. We've got a great hygiene rating. It's the best. Luxury leather interior. Exclusive. Michelin star. J. Rayner approved. Mirror tile ceiling. Fiume, London's new dining experience. 5 out of 5 for Guardian, J. Rayner. Robust flavours, Aperol Spritz, Prosecco, Saint-Germain Spritz. We have a selection of gins. Check out the gin loft. Can I interest you in an after-lunch espresso? It's fun to blend. Raspberry flavoured gin. G&T Spritz. Limoncello Spritz. Amaro Spritz. Chartreuse Spritz. We've got a great hygiene rating. It's the best. Luxury leather interior. exclusive. Michelin star. J. Rayner approved. Mirror tile ceiling. For you, May, London's new dining experience. 5 out of 5 The Guardian, J. Rayner. Robust flavours, Aperol Spritz, Prosecco, Saint-Germain Spritz. We have a selection of gins. Check out the gin loft. Can I interest you in an after-lunch espresso? It's fun to blend. Raspberry flavoured gin. G&T Spritz. Limoncello Spritz. Amaro Spritz. Chartreuse Spritz. We've got a great hygiene rating. It's the best. Luxury leather interior. Exclusive.